welcome to our final replay cast of the day, although I'm still deciding if I'm insane enough to cast the final, the one game tonight since no one's picked it up. Welcome to the Division B East matchup between Fundamentals and Frank's Furters. As you can see on your screen, Fundamentals have banned Towers of Doom and Alterac Pass, while Frank's Furters have banned Sky, Temple, and Braxis Holdout. Excuse me. If we look at the matchup between these two teams, I'm not sure if they've played each other before this season, but that's easy enough to check here. That's not what I wanted to do. I'm pressing the wrong button, but we'll pretend I didn't. It looks like the last time they played each other in Season 19, Fundamentals won 2-0. So we will have to see if that holds true again. Other than that, when we look at the overall rankings here, we see that in Div B East, that Fundamentals and Frank's Furters are actually tied with 9 points apiece. Although, as I'm saying this, I realize that that statistic has probably already been reported for games, so I don't know what they were before. But they have 9 points each now, guys, and that's the important part. So, without too much further ado, we have Garden of Terror on tap. Not a map we've actually seen played today, so I'm really looking forward to it. This is a map that can go really, really late. There's a map with a ton of camps, so Greymane is often highly prioritized on this map because of his ability to take camps quickly. And globals are of extreme importance. Dahaka especially is very, very powerful on this map. He's often banned. Now, we don't have a draft phase, so we'll hop into the game phase and just see what these teams have brought in their drafts and then get right into the game action. Game number 1 between Fundamentals and Frank's Furters is going to start right now. So, on the left side, in the blue, we do have Fundamentals. We've got, let's see, Tassadar, Diablo, Auriel, Tychus, and Ragnaros. So, that could make things pretty interesting. Tychus and Tassadar give you a pretty good combination of wave clear and hero damage. Diablo is very strong on a map where there's lots of little wall segments to smash people into, and Auriel, of course, is always very powerful with her healing throughput. Ragnaros helps you delay the game till the end game, and is powerful on a big 3-lane map with this one if he goes with Lava Wave, but can also contribute to huge team fights in all these tight spaces if he goes Sulfurous, so both builds of Ragnaros are actually A-okay. On the red side, we have Deckard, Malthael, Falstad, Diva, and Johanna, so we have a triple frontline, which is quite interesting, and the highest damage character is Falstad, who is a scaling hero. All of his level 1 abilities give him more damage later in the game as he stacks it. So I'm wondering if they're going to run sort of a 1-3-1 with Malthael in a lane, Diva in a lane, and then Falstad, Deckard, and Johanna going around trying to get Falstad some stacks. Now, Malthael can do good damage as well, but you do want kind of that safe backline damager. So we'll see how these teams run their compositions. Again, I think you can get a lot of advantages from a triple front line and from a 1-3-1 setup, but it can also be riskier because it isn't the most common team setup. So it'll really come down to who can play their composition better. Without further ado, let's pop into game number 1 between these two teams. On the left is Fundamentals. We have got Merovingian on the Auriel. Ronan is playing Diablo, Kina is on Tychus, and Stixa is on Tassadar. And in the top, we've got Rough for 21. Bring in Ragnaros. And on the right, we have the members of Frank's Furters having a good time. We've got Indecisive on the Deckard Kane. We've got Dallying Pig on the Johanna. We've got DJ Cold Cuts on the Diva. Boggs is on the Falstad. And Magic Master has brought Malthael. Big fan of M's, that guy. So it is a 5v4 in the mid lane, as Ragnaros has immediately gone fully to the top lane. And We'll look here at the level 1s quickly. It does look like Malthea wants a double soak. He has taken on a Pale Horse. We've got Field Study. Short-term Scroll of Sealing power-ups for our Deckard instead of the stacking one, which again often takes a while. We've got the Gathering Storm level 1 for Falstad, which is the Hammerang stacking quest. We've got Full Metal, so Diva gets more health and Fusion Cannons heal her for the damage she does, about 1/6 of the damage it does. And we've got Laws of Hope from the Johanna, so no flashlight build for extra stopping people of channeling here, for delays here. She is going with the Laws of Hope for more healing in fights as she collects orbs. On the other side, we've got Static Charge for the Tassadar, going with the Shockray hit charging. We've got Feast on Fear from Diablo, so this may be Apocalypse build as opposed to the Lightning Breath Storm Stomp build, which, again, in all the tight chokes that you have to fight in this game, Apocalypse is not a bad choice. So we have the Searing Light from Oriel, the Quarterback from Tychus, and we have Sulfurous Hungers, so the Q Sustain build from Ragnaros, which is not the most commonly picked, but on a large map like this, he should be able to kill minions fairly effectively. Both teams will get their Siege Giants on the way, and both teams are sending members to deal with their bruiser camps as well. Again, camps are very important on this map. Getting them going and trying to make it so that your opponents have a harder time clearing them while you're going for objective is a very good strategy, trying to get wave prio in that way. Boggs is doing a lot of good damage to Ronan here, but Diablo will be able to safely walk away with this huge hit point. Cool. Other than that, again, I think the globals, so the global of the Ragnaros with the Lava Wave, if that's what he goes, and the global of the Falstad, should give them opportunities to try to create difficulty. Magic Master has not yet really committed to where he wants to be at the moment. Looks like he wanted to stop the Ragnaros rotate. In the bottom, we will see this team clearing out the bottom wave. And Diablo is looking to possibly stop. Now, being the first ones on this map is not always a huge advantage. You're going to have to take some damage clearing out the seeds. Now, Indecisive will go for the channel, but Ronan and the Tychus here are looking for the possibility of delaying them. There is the flip on Boggs. He gets stunned into the wall. Hime is here, will throw the grenade and knock back Indecisive, while there is kind of a fight going on up here. More of BB skirmish as Indecisive is able to cap it, and that's pretty common. On this map, usually the first and second seeds go to whatever side they're on. Yeah, they mostly got fought over unless you have... They don't usually get fought over unless you have a big advantage for some reason, like someone is dead, or they've got like a weaker early comp, or it's in the middle. Like if it's in the middle and both teams think they can get an advantage, they might fight over it. But yeah, usually you get the one that's on your side if all things are even. So we're gonna see DJ cold cuts. Oh, he needs just a little bit more to get the Diva there. So he does get the tap, and he's looking to finish off his mech explosion here, so that he can use it without losing it. Excuse me, pardon me for the yawn. And Boggs comes into this. So the next, this is what we're talking about. We want a neutral seed coming in. Both teams are interested in getting this. Now Joe is in the middle. Dallying Pig does get stunned here. Gets stunned again. Not even able to pop the Iron Skin. And Johanna blown up. I really doubt she was expecting to go down that quickly. But the stun into the stun from the whip and the charge meant that there was no opportunity to pop her Iron Skin. So Merovingian is going to get this seed, and it's going to be 1-1. Falstad will be capturing the camp here as Diva continues to push back in the bottom here. This siege camp is available, and this siege camp is available for, so equivalent siege camps are essentially available. They're going to go, they have the 4-man here from the collecting of the points, so they're going to take down this gate and put some pressure up against Dallying Pig and Magic Master. But they're going to put some damage here, but it is a 2v4. But the wall there was slightly misplaced, and it means that they were not able to charge Johanna into it. The next seed will be to the advantage of our blue team as it is spawning on their side. So we will see what Boomer... No, sorry, not Boomer Gaming. I've casted too many games today. What Frank's Furters have to say about this. In the bottom, we're seeing 3 being rotated down to deal with these Siege Giants here. And in the mid lane, we see that there are some Siege Giants here being cleaned up, but it looks like Frank's Furters will get here first and are going to try to put the pressure on Fundamentals. There's the slam onto DJ Cold because he's not getting an opportunity. There it is. He drops the mech, trying to push them out and zone them away. Magic Master trying to cap here, but a good shockwave from Styx. It means that's not possible at the moment. Dowling Pig fires off that flashlight. DJ Coldcut's trying to capture, but there's just too many ways to delay and stop people from both sides. They're going to have to decide who wins this. So both teams are very close to 10. Tens will just barely come out first. Magic Master gets blown away. Ariel getting the final hit there. Commandeer Odin will come out. Tens are just now coming in for Frank's Furters, but they're forced to back away. Dallying Pig gets whipped. Dallying Pig gets hit here. The Mighty Gust will come out and disengage, but also the Black Hole will push them back as well. Merovingian will come to capture this, and that will be a 2nd seed for the members of Fundamentals. For Ultimates, we see Black Hole, Lightning Breath for the Diablo. We see Crystal Aegis for the Ariel, Commandeer Odin for the Tychus, and it will be Lava Wave for this Ragnaros. On the other side, we have Stay a While and Listen from Deckard Cain. Tormented Souls. It is not Last Rites, but Tormented Souls. So looking to do AoE Shade from this Malthael. We've got Mighty Gust from the Falstad, Micro Missiles from the Diva, and Blessed Shield from the Johanna. Now, Ronan is pretty all alone on this one. Magic Master looking to body him, does get stunned. They are going to look for the root here from Indecisive. They're trying to body Diablo from getting in. He does have full soul, so he is very tanky, and he will manage to safely walk away with a little extra love from Ariel, which has got to feel weird for the Lord of Terror to be healed by the Angel of Hope. Top lane, this camp will be cleared away by the Ragnaros. His Lava Wave was bottom, and it looks like the minions did manage to get some damage to this gate. The only camp left up is currently the Siege Giant from the top, so that team is working on it, as the next seed will be on the side of Frank's Furters, giving them a slight advantage. As they're looking to gank up, they do kill Ragnaros here. Stixa looking to get more stacks on that Shock Ray. There is a stun and another stun onto, but she is managed. DJ Coldcuts gets out of that mech just in time. The bomb does so much damage to Diablo. Once again, Diablo does have a lot of hit points. The Crystal Aegis will come out. Also, the Black Hole will disengage. The Iron Skin is popped by Johanna. Magic Master looking to catch them. Catch multiple people here with his Shade, with his Shroud, but is unable. And Kina looking to rotate around to create possibly 1 or 2 denials of capturing this channel. But Boggs and Dowling Pig will both attempt to capture it here. And, oh, another delay at the perfect time as Magic Master had jumped over the gate. Ronan is going to take a lot of damage here, but Ragnaros is back. The death timers are not that long. The Tormented Souls will come out, and DJ Coldcuts is forced out of their mech. This team fight is so split up. And we hear more than see what Ragnaros has to say with the White by Fire Beepers. Kina is down to the bottom. The rest of the team is fighting in the top here. Dallying Pig is almost completely out of mana as they're running towards this Tychus, looking to burn them down. 13s have come in, and that is an advantage. Magic Master jumps into the team, but he gets caught and killed. And now it is a 4v5 the other way. DJ Coldcuts almost has opportunity to get back in their mech. Firing at Ronan here. Dallying Pig condemns them together. That's a 3-person stun. The Blessed Shield has gone off. That is a kill on Tassadar. DJ Coldcuts getting very low in the mech once again. The Stay a While and Listen comes out, only hits Tychus. And it looks like Diva's gonna die. She does go down. Kina is so low on this Tychus. Dallying Pig walking away, using the Laws of Hope for the sustain there. Indecisive also so low on mana. Ronan is continuing to take and deal damage here. Whip just misses, but the stun on the flip there for Boggs. He's trying to kill the Ariel, and he does. Ariel is dead, and this has been one of the longest team fights I've ever seen. They're going to jump on Kina. Magic Master's back, and they kill the Tychus, and finally, somebody has won this fight. My goodness gracious. Falstad will fly bottom to absorb more experience. Oh, the kills are only 4-4 after all that, guys. Can you believe it? What a long fight, but it does finally fall in the favor of Frank's Furters. In the top, Diablo is going to duel with Malthael. That doesn't seem like it'll go his way for very long. So mid wave is pushing in. Bot wave cleared by Ragnaros here, who is fully stacked on his Sulfurous Smash. 90 stacked so far for Stixa on this Tassadar. 52 stacks for the Falstad. We've got 2 stacks so far for the Johanna, which will make their healing 30% over 5 seconds now, with a cooldown of 40 seconds, which honestly is not that long. So very good sustain, especially in a long fight like that one. She probably used it 8 times. Camp will be taking Dallying Pig, just having a quick look in here, though. Fire Wave will go top. Diva is getting flipped and flopped all over here. Boggs takes a lot of damage. The Mech Explosion will come out. It will simply zone for the moment. The triple big shot comes out. Odin is also used. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Oh, shoot. There we go. There is the lightning breath. It blows up Magic Master. Dallying Pig's taking a lot of damage. DJ Coldcut is getting low. The healing from the Ariel is something else at this point. Indecisive taking a ton of damage. He gets flipped in. He gets killed. Up in the top, Dallying Pig manages to get away, but Styx is not willing to let them get away. 100 hit points won't go for the final burn, but the last tribute is collected. The last seed is sown, and we will see in every lane. And oh man, so much damage has already been done here. A Garden Terror will pop up in every lane, and they're going to lose at least 2 forts, but I would suspect it would be all 3, as they are down 16 to 15 at the moment. And this triple frontline is really struggling into the incredible control that comes from Diablo and the incredible damage that comes from the Tychus. It looks like they're going to try and preserve their middle fort here, but in the bottom, they're going to have to try to preserve the gate on their keep. It's already completely down. Lava Wave not up for another 35 seconds. Neither is Odin, so a lot of the better siege tools that Fundamentals have are down at the moment, so they are going to back off as this Garden Terror goes down. The middle one is already killed, and in the top, Magic Master is managing to clear this away, although the seed in the base is preventing his turrets from helping him. In the bottom, we still do see Fiat. Indecisive goes for the stay a while and listen, is forced to walk away from the Diablo. DJ Coldcuts knocks back the Diablo, and once again, nobody will be killed. There are 2 camps left to get for Frank's Furters. It's their Bruiser camp, and it's the Siege camp for Fundamentals, who are looking really clean in this game. From your enemies. They're looking to siege up in the mid here. Ronan has just been able to walk in wherever he wants, do whatever he wants, and it has been safe. 0 deaths on the Diablo. The Lava Wave will go up into the top lane to clear out the minions there as Magic Master looks to take this Bruiser camp on his own, which, to be honest, Malthael is completely capable of doing. Falstad will roam bottom to prevent any more damage being done to this keep, which is at about 60%. But as they all back away, Fundamentals looks to rotate here. They want to jump onto this fort and also steal away this camp, and there's not really any way for it to be contested by the members of Frank Furters with where they are on the map. They're going to have to give up this fort. They're going to have to give up their camp, and with just a little bit of a macro mistake, they give up a lot for almost no reason. There's the flip on the box. He does manage to hit the flip. The stay a while and listen comes out, but the black hole is going to stop any further engage from happening. Magic Master is still fighting this camp, so it is a 4v3 as they do take down this middle fort. And that is all the forts down now for the members of Frank's Furters, and they are still more than half a level down. Magic Master, look at that, out comes the Molten Core, and the Lightning Breath will come out as well. Magic Master is trying to slurp health from everybody, but he's not able to, as the Molten Core does so much damage. There is a seed left, but it seems, at least at the moment, so unlikely there will be opportunities to grab it for Frank's Furters. Dallying Pig does pull them in. A ton of damage is coming out now. They're going to try and kill the Ariel. Dallying Pig will go down as well, though it's a 1-for-1. The mech will come out. Ronan jumps onto the Diva. The bomb kills Ragnaros and kills Diablo, but he had 100 souls. He'll be back with 25. The wild Mighty Gust is used on Kina, which will kill the Tychus, and Stixa is all alone. Will fire off the black hole, but with 300 hit points left, that is the end of the mighty Protoss. Diablo will wander to the top lane, sadly alone, and after that 2 for 4, experience is almost equal, which is incredible. There's a siege camp wailing away at this bottom fort. It has been pinged, but no one has been able to deal with it. Diablo just looking to delay here a little bit with the fire stomps, with the flips, and with the shoves. But he has been knocked back far enough that this will be collected, and it will be Garden Terrors for Frank's Furters. Whew. This game 1 has been amazing. It seemed so in control for the members of Fundamentals, and then just now Flame Lava Wave is coming down the bottom. It will clear away the minions, but it does not do very much to either this siege camp or to the Garden Terror. They'll also lose middle fort, and it looks like they'll be able to defend top fort. But mid fort goes down, and the Garden Terror in the bot lane is also still at about 3/4 health. So Ragnaros is going to have to work to get rid of both the siege camp and this Garden Terror. They don't stay with this. They actually let it go down and look at the top lane. I'm not sure where that decision came from, but they do have 20s, and 20s are actually out for both sides. Magic Master takes a ton of damage here. Kima looking to finish him off. A great ensemble. The Mighty Gust Wind Tunnel does come out. Magic Master trying to get his health back. Does manage so far. That's the end of Ariel. They're going to Falstad falls down in the back. Tychus dies as well, though, and it's a 1 for 2 in the favor of Frank's Furters. They're going to go and steal their opponent's camps here, but it is 3 for 3 at the moment because Magic Master's trying to take the bottom one as well, and they are a little split up here. Stixa will drop the wall. Ronin's going to charge into the wall. Dowling Pig is taking so much damage. Out comes the Iron Skin, but the Black Hole will come out as well, and so far, Diablo's on that point. DJ Cold Cuts manages to get, and he's going to try and blow the mech up. Can he get a bunch more damage? Yes! No! He's the one who dies. The Lightning Breath comes out, but Rock Ripper will go down to Ragnaros. It's a 1 for 1. There's a stun onto Magic Master. He's getting flipped. Oh, and Decisive drops a potion at the perfect time. Ronin is taking so much damage here. Is he going to fall on this Diablo that he charges? Dallying Pig. Dallying Pig was down to just 200 health, is taking a ton of damage, and is killed by the Tassadar. These fights are absolutely nuts. Oh, he was looking for his W to get over to his opponent for the Wraith Strike and use the Tormented Soul, but he couldn't quite get there. This has been Looney Tunes Banana Pants crazy, guys. Absolutely bonkerones. So we have Force Barrier on 20 for this task. We have Hellgate from this Diablo. Shield of Hope from the Ariel. Big red button on the Tychus, and Lava Surge for Ragnaros. This first seed does look like it'll go over. Boggs just throwing in the queue. Has 122 stacks. We've got Respect the Elderly. No One Can Stop Death. Wind Tunnel, Timing Attack, and Radiating Faith. As this seed, both teams were at 0. Now it'll be 1-0 in seeds for Fundamentals. Both teams looking to take a breath, take their camps, and once again, Ronin's Diablo play has been frightening. If it isn't banned in games 2 and maybe 3, if there is one, I haven't looked, I would be shocked. It has been so hard to kill. It has done so much damage. Now, granted, I don't think there's any % health damage on the side of Frank's Furters, which does make taking out Diablo difficult. There's the charge onto... No, we do see a lot happening. The Wind Tunnel will come out, but it's used as a disengage. They do not want to continue to fight this. Sorry, I had a total brain fart there. In the bottom, the Bruiser Camp is pushing directly onto the Keep, and the Keep already has lost about 1/3 of its health. Lava Wave is going to go down the bottom now as they send their team back to deal with it. Now, if Magic Master didn't have anyone else to worry about in terms of crowd control, he could probably solo Diablo, but the control from the Tassadar, the control from the Ariel, and even the damage from the Tychus makes that difficult. So as second seed, will go over to the members of Fundamentals. Magic Master going towards the top here with his Pale Horse. And now this fort looks like it's down to 40% of its health. And unfortunately, at the moment, it looks like Frank's Furters are even afraid to leave their base. They don't want to get caught. They don't want to lose a team fight. Now, all ultimates are up except for Commandeer Odin, and there are no more lava waves available. Boggs might be getting caught out here. He uses the long barrel roll. A great wind tunnel, keeping that that Diablo charge from killing him, the Shadow charge. They're jumping onto Rockripper here. He is taking a lot of damage. There is the Crystal Aegis, however. Magic Master is getting incredibly low. Out comes the shield. There's so much damage. The Shield of Hope does come out. Magic Master gets melted. There's the end of the mech for D.Va. Black Hole comes out, and they're looking to charge the tiny South Korean girl who is getting murderized here. The Big Whip, the Lightning Breath, the Molten Core. That's the end of D.Va. That's the end of Deckard. 3-0. Now, Magic Master does use his No One Can Stop Death, but the Lava Wave will come up through the bottom, and Fundamentals are looking to take the bottom keep all for themselves. And they can fall back to the seed while there's still 40 and 42 seconds left on D.Va and Deckard. And Rockripper will fall back here, sustain a little bit with his Q off of these little seed minions. And with all the lanes pushed up, these are going to be some very problematic Garden Terrors for the members of Frank's Furters to deal with. There go the Garden Terrors. You know, the big red button is popped, using that Odin to do a lot of damage to this keep, and it is going to go down even before the Garden Terrors get there. There's one on the bottom. Magic Master is looking to peel away its health, but it's got 17,000 health. Dallying Pig is caught. The Iron Skin goes down, but it has disappeared just as quickly. A great shield there, but used to disengage and not to engage, which means they now have less tools to protect themselves here. There is a Wind Tunnel Gust available. Still try to save them one more time. The first Garden Terror is on the core. The second Garden Terror is on the core. DJ Coldcut's firing away, and there goes her mech to try and save her. The mech is stunned now. Here comes the Falstad looking to get a Wind Tunnel into his team. Magic Master has got the Tormented Souls up, but Kina is just blowing away this core. And game number 1 will go to Fundamentals. GG. Kills 15-12, looking really even, but the end of that game was a clinic in how to apply and keep pressure on the opposing team. This Diablo played incredibly well, but Kina, Rockripper, and Tassadar just did such a good job juggling where they wanted their damage to be, how they wanted to put their damage down, and just some really excellent play from the members of that team. Looking at talents that we've got here, we've got a fairly ordinary Q build. Tass. We got the Flame Stomp. I thought maybe this wouldn't be Flame Stomp with the Feast on Fear instead of the Soul Shield, but it seemed to work just fine. We've got the Auriel, mostly the Ray of Heaven build here, the W build. Pretty ordinary Tychus. We've got the Q build, which we don't always see with Rag, but it's not bad. It can do a surprising amount of damage for teams that group up, and with a triple front line, that's what this team is. We have the Die Alone Soul Rip build from Malthael. Pretty ordinary build here. For Deckard, ordinary Falstad build. Ordinary D.Va build. Is there such a thing? Not a bad D.Va build. And pretty ordinary build for Johanna, too. So let's go. Find ourselves game number 2, where that's going, what it's going to look like, and we'll see if Frank Furters can pull themselves back even, or if this is going to be a 2-game domination for Fundamentals. I hit the wrong Alt-Tab button, because I is smart. SMRT, boys. SMRT. Let's bring up, so game number 2 is going to be on. Ooh. Why are the Diablo maps the really fun maps? Number 2 is Battlefield of Eternity. We often see really interesting compositions on this map, and I really hope that it will be no different this map.
Prepare yourselves for...
So we often see offlaners who like to do damage instead of the more tanky ones. We often see 4-man groups that just like to brawl. There's a lot of really fun stuff that happens on Battlefield of Eternity that we don't really see anywhere else on other maps. So that's one of the reasons I love this map so much, is we see drafts we don't ordinarily get to see. So without any further ado, let us actually jump into the game, look at these drafts, and see what these teams can bring. So, for our blue team, who are once again fundamentals, we have Hanzo, Varian, Anduin, Kael'thas, and Artanis. That's some really, really solid both engage after 10 with the Dragon's Arrow and possibly the Light Bomb. But also the Varian Taunt into either the Anduin route or the Kael'thas Gravity Lapse. The Artanis gives you great race. The Hanzo gives you great race. I think overall it's a very, very strong team comp. It will really depend how good Kina's Kael'thas is. But even if it's just like okay for its level, if it holds its own, it will absolutely help this composition as well. The Living Bomb really forces teams to not group up around you. And I do think that that is to the benefit of heroes like Varian and Hanzo. So I really like that team. On the red side, we have Frank's Furters. We've got ETC, Raynor, Arthas, Li Ming, and Lili. So this looks like an offlane Arthas, which can be annoying for an Artanis, certainly. Li Ming, Raynor give you a great race. ETC can either give you a global or some really good lockdown, although we've got the flip, the gravity lapse, Dragon's Arrow. There are some things to stop a Mosh, but if he hits the right people, it's not too much of a worry. Syndragosa can definitely give you the ability to push even if you lose an objective, and if you win it, you can really push things down. Not sure why Lili was the choice here. I mean, it's not terrible. It just... there's other heroes that can give you a lot more throughput. And, I mean, ETC is going to need a fair amount of healing. Kael'thas and Hanzo can do a lot of burst really quickly, and Lili doesn't really have tools to deal with that. So I don't know if that would be my first choice, but Indecisive obviously likes it. So let's see what he can do with the Petite Panda. Let's get into game number 2 between Fundamentals and Frank's Furters. In the blue, on the side of the high heavens, and helping Ilarion the Angel, we have Fundamentals. We got Moroving Ian on this Anduin. We've got Kina on the Kael'thas. Stixa is on Hanzo. Ronin is on the Varian. And up here, we've got Rock Ripper on the Artanis. In red, with the Burning Hells and helping Belith the Demon, we've got Frank's Furters. We've got DJ Cold Cuts on the Arthas. Down here, we've got Magic Master on the Li Ming. Dallying Pig is on ETC. We've got Boggs on the Raynor, and Indecisive bringing Lili as they got the cute little clouds as their mounts. Level 1, we actually have the Stormbolt talent target practice from the Hanzo. So not looking for the Scato Arrow race, but instead to do big bursty damage on his opponents. We've got the Lion's Moss and the Lion Fang stacks from the Varian, which is normal on tank Varian. We've got Power Word Shield from Anduin, Mana Addict for the Kael'thas, and Amateur Opponent for Artanis, which is normal. Stixa takes a lot of damage. Great kill there, though, from Moroving Ian. Magic Master takes some chunks from Kina there. Ronin, though, takes a lot of damage. And again, pre-4, Varian's kind of just a melee minion, and he gets melee murdered. The top laneers are doing top laner scenes. We do have Block Party for ETC, giving his allies some safety here when he plays his abilities. Nearby allied heroes have. Yep. We've got Exterminator for the Raynor, which is normal. We've got the Root Frost Presence for Arthas for his Howling Blast. Force Armor for the Li Ming, and Serpent Sidekick. So not even the Cup of Heals for our Petite Panda. We have the Serpent Sidekick. Now, Lily does allow you to be a bit more aggressive, and again, if this is one of the last games of the season, which I think it is for most teams in NGS right now, and if it's not going to affect your playoff standing, play whatever the heck you want, right? Like, that's pretty much how it goes. I'm surprised at how much pressure Arthas is getting from Artanis. I know Artanis is quite a powerful character, but in the 1v1, but Arthas usually kind of annoys auto attackers to some degree. But I guess with his W, you don't really slow down his autos too much, and he can always kind of just be generally annoying. It looks like both teams are going to try to move towards their bruiser camps, as we are usually 220s at the time you go, but you can always delay actually capping it for a little bit of time. The bottom lane, Ronan and Indecisive. Now, oh, he went taunt. What a surprise. This variant went taunt, guys. Here we all thought it was going to be Windblades. I am shocked. And both teams will send their camps into their respective lanes. There goes the taunt onto ETC. Dallying Pig does look like he's going to be all right. And this camp, they're going to try and push this camp out before they rotate towards the Immortals. There is the power slide from Dallying Pig. The face melt didn't seem to push Ronan at all, which was interesting. The Living Bomb is on Dallying Pig at the moment. They are looking to do their race at the moment, but Raynor is farthest away, and Hanzo is all by himself up here. Ronan looking to see. There is the stun onto the Arthas, and so far this race is highly favoring Frank's Furters. There's the power slide onto the Varian. Now the face melt knocks him well back. The gravity lapse will knock Ronan back. He does pop a taunt onto Dallying Pig, but they're just going to rotate towards their race. Cold Cuts knocked back, but Boggs and Magic Master able to put lots and lots of damage. But the race is going extremely fast on the other side as well. This is going to be a photo finish, but it will be Frank's Furters who find victory by taking out the Angel and letting Belith WWE this poor Angel. So, going towards the high heavens, Belith will be charging into the top lane. In the bottom, Raynor is going to be laning against Artanis here, which is definitely an interesting choice. He does move for the Gates of Heaven. Now, with the shield gone, he'll go to exclusively melee attacks here. Don't stand too close, Dallying Pig. You don't want a Living Bomb. Those aren't fun. And they don't taste very good either. Excuse me. But before it even fully takes this gate out, Belith is going down. But they will catch Varian here. How much damage will Ronan take? He is able to taunt the Varian, but the gravity lapse misses, and Boggs, for the moment, is going to be okay. The attempted swap from Rock Herper hits nobody. And in the bottom, we see Arthas has rotated down already, looking to push this wave in, but Rock Ripper quick to respawn. Sevens are now here for both teams, about a half-level lead for the members of Frank's Furters, and they're going to try to push that into hitting 10 first. They also want to try and use it to take this camp, but there's the taunt on the ETC. He doesn't have it done, but a good cleanse there from Indecisive means they can jump on the Varian, taking so much damage. Merovingian does pull Ronan out of the frying pan and not into the fire. Well done. Camp once again goes over to the members of Frank's Furters. They're going to push with this camp and try to keep these Khazras safe, although they've already taken about a quarter of their health each. Well, with the rest of the game down, Boggs playing very aggressively here. I suspect he still has his E available. Was that at Redolin Rush? He's just used it. Ronan does jump in on Boggs. Does get knocked by the penetrating rounds. That's a double stun. Styx will go down, and that's going to be resets for Magic Master throwing his spells onto Ronan. Still one Khazra left, but it's throwing its spears at the Varian, not at this fort. In the bottom lane, DJ Colcutt's just trying to freeze this wave. DJ Colcutt has a look. No, he's just going to straight up take this camp as his team rotates down, and Artanis does not dare jump into a 4-man. A 5-man. Magic Master clears the wave. They're going to push out in the top as Hanzo and Kalthos return back. Immortals spawn in 4 seconds, but there will be a siege camp in the bottom that Fundamentals have to respond to. And with a half-level lead, 10s will be online first for the members of Frank's Furters. Both teams are spreading out a little here. Neither team really looking to start anything too serious at the moment. Ronan does come in. The Censure will lock down Dallying Pig. The taunt has not yet been used. Boggs just spraying down damage onto Ronan, but now we'll go right back to hitting Ilarion with his gun. And Angels hate guns. One small trick Angels hate. DJ Cold Cuts and ETC take a ton of damage, but in return, Magic Master gets a lot back onto Ronan. DJ Cold Cuts, Rockripper's trying to grab him, doesn't manage to get in on him, and Indecisive will start healing, but the halftime show is strongly in the favor of Frank's Furters, as the Angel is at half health. Boggs and Magic Master looking to step up here. Hina putting some fire damage down, gets the strike. Tens will be out soon, and so this is when these members want to fight. Artanis is now racing on his own. It is a 5v4. A lot of damage goes on to Indecisive. Boggs is now caught by the taunt, takes a lot of damage. Ronan gets knocked back by the penetrating round. And Magic Master just poking away at this Angel. DJ Cold Cuts takes a big chunk more damage, but Magic Master just keeps changing the angle and putting more damage onto this Angel. They're going in on towards Ronan. The taunt is down onto Indecisive. The penetrating round will knock it back, and they will finish off once again the Angel with the fire, and ETC goes down to a final Stormbow. They're going to jump onto DJ Cold Cuts as well, who's trying to find solace under his fort, but he is murdered. It's a 2-0 as both teams get their level 10s. But Beleth will find his way to the bottom lane to siege up against the Heavens once again. We've got the Dragon's Arrow from Hanzo, Shield Wall from Varian, Light Bomb from Anduin, Pyroblast, so not Phoenix, from Kael'thas, and Suppression Pulse, which should lock down the ability of Rainer to damage for 4 seconds. 4 seconds. Mosh Pit comes out from the ETC. We've got Hyperion, which is just used by Rainer. Syndragosa from the Arthas. Disintegrate from the Li Ming. And Jug of 1,000 Cups. So the Dragon Arrow will come out. It hits 2. The Mosh will only hit 1. There's a good pullout, but it's healer for Kael'thas. There is the shield wall from Ronan, but a good face melt from Dallying Pig. It is still a 4v3. Is Cold Cuts is all by himself in the top lane. There is a good Stormbow, and the Stormbow, the target practice is completed. Its damage is increased by 100, and its range is increased by 30, now that it's finished for Stixa. Artanis will rotate back to the top and push this wave out, so it is not just free pushing, but DJ Cold Cuts looking to see. Nobody is on this camp at the moment. Boggs and Magic Master will look at taking down their own Bruiser camp, while Kina rotates towards the bottom, as this keep only has about 15% of its health left. So. Artanis is going to look at taking this top camp while the rest of his team looks at the bottom camp, but he will rotate away. Knows he's outnumbered. They have no idea where their opponents are on the map, and so the smart play is to stay out of it, and that's exactly what Rockripper does. Now, I do wonder when they'll take this camp. It looks like Kina is rotating towards it already, but they're going to work with the camp to do some damage to the gate here. And there are 2 camps, the Bruiser and the Siege, that are pushing towards Rockripper here. They don't use Syndragosa here to try and put more pressure on, which is interesting. But they're looking to rotate onto Miroving in. A good size up there by Dallying Pig means he doesn't get caught in the Light Bomb. Disintegrate comes out. The Desperate Pair. Will it save him? No, it's not enough. The Dragon's Arrow comes out, but Anduin is dead, and no amount of Dragon Arrow is going to change that. They will look to take their camp here. As in the top, it is still Kina trying to burn down these Khazra with the living bombs. Arthas looking at defending here while the rest of the team tries to win the race once again. And they're looking good here as the halftime show goes cleanly to Frank's Furters. At some point, someone will have to deal with this camp in the bottom, but it is not the top priority. And the Immortals do go into aggressive positions here. DJ Cold Cuts gets knocked out of it, but it looks like for the moment that they're both just going to do their race. They're just trying to take enough shield off. They're going to defend it and see if they can win when it's not Immortal time. Frank's Furters will rotate down to clear out this camp, but Beleth is going to find himself in the top lane and wonder, why has nothing happened up here since I was last year? You guys are pretty darn lazy, you know? I'm surprised they don't just push this bottom fort down. I think they could end this if they would just go for it. Obviously, the enemy team is ready to defend and defend hard. Now, they will send Boggs to do it. He's not going to use Hyperion at the moment. And he does finish it off in the bottom. In the top, Belith has already put some damage on here. DJ Cold Cuts hits a root. He's only got 15 so far. But Belith is going down very quickly, but so is the Keep. Ronan does jump onto Dowling Pig, doesn't use the taunt yet. And we do see Belith go down, and the Keep is at about 15% of its health at the moment. Rock Ripper looks for the trade, hasn't been able to land one yet that's been particularly noticeable. Dowling Pig sidesteps the Flame Strike there, and the Censure will not hit anybody, or not, the Chastise will not hit anybody, sorry. And right now we're 5v5 in the top lane. Ronan ignores Boggs, just walks by those entering. They're looking to catch out Dallying Pig here. There's the Gravity Lapse, there's the Root, there's the Taunt. The Cleanse comes out, here comes Jug of 1,000 Cups, and they're desperately trying to say, the Cindergosa will come out as well. The Pyroblast is going out towards Boggs. He's going to live, and every ultimate is used, and nobody dies. Both teams cleanly trying to execute their opponents, but not quite able to. Some fantastic work there by Indecisive to keep his ETC alive. Especially when it's so much harder when you're playing Leeling. So there is the pull, the flip and then the pull onto Stixa there. It's still a 4v5 as Artanis has gone bottom. And there's nothing wrong with sieging up here for the members of Frank's Furters. They're going to try and take this camp while they have a numbers advantage. And they're going to try to make life difficult. They're going to make defending difficult for the members of Fundamentals. And they want to get this series back to 1-1. Or up, or back to even by making it 1-1. Excuse me. Bottom camp will go over to Artanis. He does manage to take it quickly, and they're fairly even in experience at the moment. Varian is going to lead the wave into defending against this Causer camp, but Magic Master does want to kill it off. Immortals are spawning right now, and it looks like everyone on Fundamentals is racing immediately. But Raynor and the rest of the team are doing what they can to race as well. It's fairly even, but this time it looks like the halftime show will end in the advantage of Fundamentals. We do have Glass Cannon on this Li Ming, which is pretty dang brave in my opinion against Varian and Dragon Arrow Hanzo. Now Boggs is going to try and get this camp going while Li Ming defends in the bottom, but this is going to leave the rest of the team in a tough position. They've already lost the halftime show. They can't afford to have heroes split out all over the place. Li Ming is going to come up to help. The last Causer is about to go down. There's the swap. It still isn't huge. Dowling Pig is going to come in. He's going to pop, and there is the mosh pit. It hits 2. Out comes the Cindergosa. It hits 3. The Dragon Arrow did come out, but did not get a lot of value. The cleanse onto DJ Cold Cuts is good. Boggs is taking a lot of damage. Kina gets killed on the Calistixa, forced back by Magic Master. DJ Cold Cuts just slowing down, and the damage on the Rock Ripper is huge. Magic Master pops in. They kill, and that is the resets for Magic Master. They're also looking to damage the Variant. They're not able to, but it's a 2-for-0. The healer is down. They've hit 16s first, and they will once again collect their prize of an Immortal sieging, this time once again in the top lane. Belith is going to start wondering why he doesn't get invited to bot lane events. Like, what did he ever do? Did he say something wrong? You know, did he forget to shower the one day he went down there? What's going on, guys? But Belith will have about a 33%. He's going to have about a third of the shield here. He's going to charge out against Heaven. Now, all members are back up on both teams. Both teams are 17. And there is a... there's more of ultimates available currently for the members of Fundamentals, as we still have 23 seconds on these 2 ultimates and 40 on the mosh pit here. So the members of Frank's Furters need to be very careful. It does look like they're being that way. Here comes the 10 to 12. It just misses Boggs. Oh my goodness, that would have been bad. But the keep is going to go down to about half of its health, while in the bottom, DJ Cold Cuts runs a catapult right into this bottom gate. It looks like they're trying to engage. Out's going to come the Dragon Arrow. It lands. They get onto Indecisive. Dallying Pig is taking a lot of damage. The Pyroblast is coming out, but Indecisive does have the Jug of 1,000 Cups, and Dallying Pig will survive. Out comes the Hyperion once again. That's a cool shadow. And they have about a level and a half lead here. Nobody goes down, but once again, that's at 90 seconds. Or is that 100 seconds for Hyperion? 100-second cooldown used. It will be a minute and a half before they have that back again. DJ Cold Cuts does start this camp on the bottom. I'm a little surprised they didn't rotate top to get both camps pushing here, but it's understandable if they had a good sense of where their opponents were. And, you know, up here in Div B East, that's they usually a pretty good sense of where their opponents might be. Ortanis is going to clear out, they're going to clear out the camp and the catapult while taking their own camp here. They're going to look to push, though. They saw their opponents in the top lane, and they're going to try and get damage on this keep as well. So we're going to see the entire team backing as quickly as they can to prevent themselves from losing this bottom keep. Syndragosa is available, but they're not using it for buildings, they're using it for kills. An attempt at a swap, it will fall short, but now both keeps are at about half health, and this is going to make it very possible for the members of Furters, even if they lose, say, 2 people in a fight, to rotate away from Immortals and still take a keep. So they're just opening themselves new options in which to create win conditions, and that's just very well played. Now, unfortunately for them, Immortals are coming up before they'll hit level 20. They're looking like they want to. The Chastise comes out, but it misses, and so the Chinese party bush is wasted a little bit here. Li Ming looking to just put her glass cannon damage out from the side. Ronan, they are. The taunt goes out onto ECC. A good unstoppable there. Good cleanse from Indecisive. DJ Coldgot's also looking to defend here, but Raynor and Magic Master are going to get Illyrian down to half once again. And just splendid so far. Now, they will split top to bottom again, and this is the fight that they want. The taunt is out onto DJ Coldcut. He's taking a ton of damage, and in the top, Rock Ripper is separated. The Pyroblast is headed for DJ Coldcuts. Will he survive? Yes, he just barely managed to live, but he is out of the fight for now. Out comes the Light Bomb. Oh, but not timed quite right. The Mosh will come out. It hits 2, but the Gravity Lapse will make it so Dallying Pig not only loses Mosh, but loses his life. DJ Coldcuts attempting to come back in, but this is why they didn't want to win pre-20. They don't yet have the abilities that make them that much stronger. Boggs free firing away. Oh, Li Ming tries to finish Ronan, but Rock Ripper gets the last couple of auto attacks. Now DJ Coldcuts has been attacking the Immortal. It's getting very low. And there's a huge wave forming in the top if they can keep them busy. But Rock Ripper and Ronan are going to leap immediately onto their own Immortal, as Moroving Ian is keeping a weather eye out on what's going on here. 20 seconds left before we see the cow. But once again, they're going to win by 42! Sorry, I didn't realize how close that was. That was insane. So Belith is going to go in with no shield, because 42 doesn't even count. That's, if someone sneezes near him, that's enough for him to lose that shield. And he finally got re-invited to the bottom lane. Everyone rejoices. Yay. 20s are here now. We've got Death Metal for the ETC. We've got Sergeant Pepper from the Raynor. We've got Absolute Zero for the Syndragosa. Talrash's Elements on Li Ming, and Jug of 1 million cups. I'm kind of surprised it isn't Mistweaver, but I am not, you know, as good as Indecisive, so he can pick whatever he wants to pick. Belith is going down very quickly, but he still does a ton of damage to this building. The Hyperion will come out. Syndragosa will come out. They're going to jump onto Kina here. Kina's taking a ton of damage, but uses that shield to keep himself alive for now. And Belith is on the core, but does not have enough health for it to be meaningful. And they will be forced to back out, as their opponents will be gaining 20 right away here. Ronan looking for the catch here, but the Ironbound Fortitude will keep DJ Coldcuts from getting locked down. We see 20s come out for fundamentals. The Bullseye, the Censure, Flamethrower, Zealot Charge, and Glory to the Alliance. Big wave coming in top once again. And now all that Frank's Furters have to do here is be patient. Just be patient. They have pressure in every lane. They have catapults pushing in the bottom. They have catapults pushing in the top. They haven't lost a single building. They just need to be smart and patient. Are they going to look to go towards the top here? The camp will be captured. The Chastise will hit Arthas. And they're going to clear out this camp. While in the bottom, the Bruiser camp and the Khazar camp are making themselves very familiar with one another, but the Siege camp manages to take down the Bruiser camp with the help of a catapult. They're looking to siege up towards the top lane here. And there's very little left on this keep. And even if Magic Master just throws a couple orbs and a couple magic missiles, this is likely to go down pretty hard. Rock Ripper looks for the swap, instead gets rooted. Immortals are spawning in 20 seconds. There is still a full, well, a 2/3 full health Khazar camp pushing towards the keep. This keep is so low. Setting up for the race here are the members of Frank's Furters. Kina has to go bottom to clear away this wave, so there's nothing on the keep while they're trying to defend. They're going to go immediately towards this race with Mirror Ball and with the Rainer just firing away. The Sergeant Pepper now every 3 attacks instead of every 4. It's going to give him a really good race. So both teams excellent at racing here. Only with 2,000 points away, which is at this point less than 10%. The defense is coming out first. Good penetrating rounds there by Boggs to keep himself safe from the Ronin trap. DJ Coldcuts dodges the Stormbow there, but oh, a good bullseye there means DJ Coldcuts will get stunned, and the double flame strike will chunk him out a little bit there. The Gravity Lapse once again will catch DJ Coldcuts. Ronin still on his horse, looking to see who he can catch. Dumps on it. There is the taunt, but there's the Unstoppable. The roots will come out, but Boggs is coming in from the side. Syndragosa will lock them all down, but they're all managing to walk away from this. Again, if they can keep delaying, eventually someone's going to have to come deal with all these catapulted minions in the bottom. The worst thing they can do now is lose a fight. So much damage goes out on the EGC. He's stunned. He's taking so much damage. There is the Flame Strike, but the Death Metal will catch. A great pull there comes out from Marooming Ian on that Anduin. And they're now looking to catch DJ Coldcuts as well. He's taking so much damage. Big root there. But the taunt comes out. The Flame Strike comes out. The Icebound Fortitude will keep him alive for now. But they will race down this Immortal. But there are a wave and 2 catapults on the keep. Boggs backing away in his safe place, but Ilarion finally wins this Immortal Combat. I didn't even mean that. It just happened. And then they're going to clear away the top, but they still have the fort. Now, they will definitely lose the fort. I just don't think there's any way to stop this thing fast enough with its 40,000 health. But I think they should be able to defend keep as long as they are wise with it. The Dragon Arrow will miss, which means they do not get the engage they're looking for here. And already, the shield is completely gone on the Angel. Artanis is bottom, meaning that it's 4 and an Immortal against 5. Boggs just very closely dodges the stun there. The Disintegrate is going to do tons of damage here as they're looking to put pressure onto this top lane. Artanis is coming up as well. Now, he does have the global ultimate, but after about, I'd say, 10%, the Syndragosa there provides absolutely 0 value, and I'm not sure what DJ Coldcuts was hoping for there, but that's got to feel pretty bad. They look like they want to actually invade. Do they want to try ending the game, or are they just trying to avoid being seen by minions? Yeah, it seems more like minions here. So they're going to take the bottom camp as the top camp goes over to fundamentals. They're looking for their Bruiser camp, and I suspect that's where Frank's Furters will rotate as well. We've gotten to the late game. Everyone's level 22. We're 25 minutes into the game, and Frank's Furters are playing for their series lives right now. Still with a big lead in structures, but in no other sense. They're the same level, they have the same amount of experience, and the next person to lose a big team fight loses this game. Now, the kills are 6-6. Even in that, they are equal, and it looks like Fundamentals wants to siege hard in this bottom lane, at least to get some catapults coming out by destroying the forts, but they're not ready to take a full fight, and instead the fort will simply go down to about 10% health. This keep has been at like 10% health for longer than I care to remember. Mortals coming back in 25. Both teams are just certain that they need this. Both teams really want to end the game now. DJ Coldcut's being really brave. A good attempt at a Howling Blast, but a great flip by Styxa to keep them out of danger. The positioning right now is favoring Furters as they're headed towards their aggressive Immortal. And the camp does need to be cleared. It is cleared, but that's going to give a few seconds of advantage to the members of Furters. And there's a defense up here by DJ Coldcuts and Indecisive. They need to be careful. They can't afford for anyone to get caught here. There's the taunt. There's the swap. Lily using those fancy feet to get away. Out comes the blunt. The Dragon's Arrow goes onto Raynor, and he gets caught, but they manage to get away with a jug of a million cups. Dallying Pig is taking so much damage on the ETC. The root is going to hit too. And this is where the lower healing with the bigger health bars at the end of the game is really starting to cost the members of Furters as Artanis continues to auto-attack down the demon. Magic Missile looking to run away from Merovingian, does manage to survive. The Gravity Lapse will miss as well. Dallying Pig comes in. He does get taunted. There's the Face Melt, and the Light Bomb will come out. There's the Pyro Blast. But a 3-person Deathmatch. They're going to look to kill them here. Ronan is jumping on the backline, but they're looking. No, DJ Coldcuts is going to go down instead. Merovingian uses the Death Repair. He dies. DJ Coldcuts is still alive, but he will be killed. It's a 2-for-1 so far, but there is the taunt on the Indecisive. Boggs attempting to blow them away. They need to kill Rock Ripper, and they do, but Lily goes down as well. And using the Aether Walker means Li Ming finds herself in a dangerous situation, and she is killed as Boggs is the only person still alive on Furters. But there are catapults on the core, stripping away the shield, and someone needs to deal with that. They will send Hanzo back as Boggs gets a little bit more damage onto the Angel as he runs away from Ronan, with it still being 22 seconds before they get their cow back. Keenan looking to do the race here, just manages to step out of that damage in time. Now, Ronan still looking to defend, knows he can defend against Boggs, or against, Boggs being very careful, still trying to find opportunities, but it looks like with 4-2 in the kills, this will be an Immortal that goes into the bottom lane. Oh, the stun does hit Keenan, he's quite low. But it looks like Kael'thas will be able to help Styxa take down the Immortal. And this will be a big win for the members of Fundamentals, who were behind for a good chunk of this game. But there it goes. They take down Belith, and this time Ilarion will storm towards the Burning Hells in the bot lane. This keep is still just at, 2,000 out of 20,000 health, like you do. Now, all ultimates are available for both teams. Both teams are playing it very safe here.
This day. I will bring down the gates of hell.
Ooh, that missed combo from Magic Master. That's gotta feel a little yucky. Instantly, the fork goes down. It just goes down immediately. Oh, so much damage. So they are able to melt down the health bar on this Angel fairly quickly, but he one-shots a turret. My goodness, that's nutty. There is Rock Ripper leaping in. Here comes Syndragosa. It's putting out the Dragon's Arrow will come out. It connects with 2, but that's not enough. There goes the taunt onto ETC. He manages a big face melt. They will knock down Belith, and nobody goes down. And for now, that's got to be considered a win for the members of Furters, who are feeling the momentum slip through their fingers. They're looking to invade here. They're looking aggressive. Ronan and Rock Ripper want to come in. There's the Flame Strike. The Face Melt comes out as well, but so much damage comes out onto ETC. But the Deathmatch will catch one. A big pull by Merovingian means that it doesn't even... No one is punished for it. They will still manage to collect their camp. Look for the swap. Just misses Indecisive completely. And they will clear this camp with no fear, as it will be 47 more seconds before ETC can return to his team. And with that kill, now they want to siege up in the bot lane, take out the keep, even things out. If they can get another 1 or 2 kills, they can end the game right now. DJ Coldcuts does get hit by the Gravity Lapse here, but the Scatter Arrow misses like a huge swap there from Rock Ripper. Out will come the Light Bomb. Lily gets exploded. And now this is their opportunity. For the first time in this game, Rock Ripper has hit a mind-blowing swap, and it was at the perfect time. Now, ETC will be back in 8 seconds. Boggs doing everything he can on the Rainer. Takes some big damage there. Out comes the taunt. The Dragon's Arrow comes out as well, and that is the end of our little plastic soldier Rainer. We're down to 85% on the core as Rock Ripper is just rock ripping into this core. Dowling Pig goes for the mosh and hits everyone but Kina. DJ Coolguts throws out the Cinder Ghost. They kill Hanzo. They kill Anduin. They're looking for Rock Ripper now. They kill him. Ronan is going to die as well, even with it. And now Kina is trying to put damage on the core, but he's killed as well. A 5-for-1 because, well, 2 I guess, but it was a 5v4 with the core, and huge team fight win there by Frank's Furters. Absolutely splendid. They're going to go for the top keep. They're going to look to end the game, and there is still 30 seconds before Hanzo wakes from his power nap. No, Dowling Pig will take it, but they're instead going to go for the Immortal. This is a risky call, but with no keeps available, it may be possible to win the game with the help of a demon. DJ Coldcuts is here. He doesn't have Cindergosa. It's going to be 9 more seconds before Hanzo comes up, but Boggs is coming in now. They are fighting the Immortal here, and Boggs is just going to have to start by clearing the wave here. Now, Merovingian is up as well. It's only 5 more seconds before everyone else on the team is available as well, and it's only halftime. They still have a chance to take a team fight, win it, and end the game. There's only 41% plus shields on this core. Dowling Pig and DJ Coldcuts need to be careful. They can't afford to get exploded as they happen. The Hyperion has dropped to try and make sure they get this, but it's not enough. There's the taunt onto DJ Coldcuts. There's the flip. There's the light bomb. It hits too, followed by the stun, and that is the end of Lily, but Anduin will go down as well. It is now a 2-for-1 as they're continuing to try to finish off the Angel. Dowling Pig with a big phase melt. But here comes the Pyroblast. Dowling Pig is going to die, and it doesn't manage to catch anybody. Magic Master trying to stop Rock Ripper from rock ripping her apart, but she's not quite. Oh, she gets away with 100 health, but it is a 4-for-1, and now it's going to be the end of the game. What an arrow. What a Dragon's Arrow. That was nutty. And with that, after a tremendous defense, an 8-8-8-8 on the Immortal. I like that. That is a 2-0 for Fundamentals after they did a tremendous job of coming back in that game. Excellent play. Patiently waited, didn't send people in one at a time to chain deaths at the Immortal, came together as a 5-man, got some good picks, and won that game. Just excellent work. Maybe I'm a bad person. I feel like a different healer than Lily just straight up wins in this game. She wasn't... Indecisive didn't play her poorly at all. It's just that her healing ability is... But yeah, I mean, she kept even with Anduin, which is good. And she did 10,000 more damage than Anduin, which is fine. And her cleanse is really good. So I guess I don't know what I'm saying. It's just, it felt like in terms of dealing with burst, there just wasn't much opportunity to do anything about it. And I think Tour Bus might have been slightly more helpful for Dowling Pig here, just in the sense that Anduin was always able to pull someone out of the death metal, whereas being able to kind of start it and then use the slide might have been able to get a little more value out of it, but that's splitting hairs. Really close game. Really well done to come back by Fundamentals here, and they earned that 2-0. So that is it for us today. We're going to pick up, if no one else has, the tonight game between Boomer Gaming and... Let's double check who it is. I'm smart. Boomer Gaming versus Can't Connect Stuns, and we'll see how that goes tonight. Other than that, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you had a blast in our crazy casting bonanza. And go enjoy yourself some Heroes of Storm. Have a great night, everybody.